Hello everybody, welcome to another NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode video. Today we're going to be going to the HendrickCars.com 40 at the Draben short track, and let's get into it. So as you can see, this is an extremely short track, as the high banking and short straights just make it basically a circle, just with a little bit of straight. So I'm going to get into practice and show you how it goes. So as you can see, I did 5 laps, but did not hit my goal. I was very close, though, on that. Well, I actually wasn't that close, but I was not running the best laps. I know what I can do to get better. So as we get into qualifying, let's see where we can get. The pole is a 13.682. Let's see if we can get anywhere close to that. I also figured out why we were dominating so much last race. Figured out we had it on hard mode. I'll take the win, but we are now obviously on legend difficulty. So as we come through turns 3 and 4, we're going to come around to start our qualifying lap. And the really only fast way to go through qualifying is to go on this bottom lane instead of that high lane, which is possible in the actual race. But if you want to start good, you got to get the bottom lane qualified. We qualify with a 14.222. Which is better than any lap we did in practice, and we will qualify in 12th, behind Caleb Stevenson in front of Eric Wright. 2 of our rivals, actually. We're starting in 11th, so let's see what happened to somebody who obviously had a problem in qualifying or something. David Ryan is mad at us. Randy Davis is also mad at us. And Everett Scott in the 04 car gave up qualifying position for new tires. So he's starting at the back. Starting 11th on the inside lane now, which is better than starting on the outside. Still starting around the same people as what I was talking about.
Almost ready.
As we're green for the first stage here in Draben. We're going to almost make it up to the 12 and the 38 car through turns 1 and 2. We actually do making a little bit of contact with the 12 car, our teammate Willis, but we get by him already. As we're going to dive down the inside, almost getting to make contact with the 22 of Norton, as we are making up a lot of time at the moment, as we're already up to about 4th now, just behind Bobby Carter, as we will get by him. Up to 3rd now, actually, as Randy Davis in the 98 car goes wide, as now we're battling Mark Hunter for 2nd already, only 3 laps into this race. Down the inside, now side by side with Hunter. He's going to be able to pull away a little bit, though, as we're going to have to really send it. We get a little bit too sideways into the corner, as that it's going to allow Mark Hunter to pull away and Caleb Stevenson to catch up to our back bumper. He's going to come to our inside, make contact with us. We almost go around. We're going to have to take this high line to stay away from him. I'll give up the position gladly, because we're going to have a great run off the corner and go down the inside and take the lead back, but it's going to be side by side. Coming out of turn 4, make contact with the outside wall with 1 lap to go in the stage. He's going to start pulling away because of that contact, and we're probably just going to have to settle for 4th place in this stage 1. So it is official, we do finish in stage 1. We finish in 4th behind Caleb Stevenson in front of Justin Jones in that 27 car. No, we're not pitting. I'm too used to being in the truck race. No pit. Starting on the outside lane this time. We'll have to try to see if we can either cut down or take really wide outside to see if we can get a great run. But we're green for stage 2 here in Draven. We're going to go around this outside lane to see what we can do and get a good run off the corner. That'll allow Stevenson to get by us just a bit. We have to brake a little bit so you don't make contact with him. Don't want to anger him more than he's already mad at us. We make contact with him, as we're going to dive down the inside, try and get by him now. And Tony Stewart on the outside, we already get past him, as we're now battling for 2nd with Caleb Stevenson instead of 3rd. Tony Stewart to our back bumper now, as we're going to try to cut him off. Going into turn 1, we do take 2nd position from Caleb Stevenson. We straighten the car out a bit too early there. We lose a bunch of time, as we're now just going to try to hunt down Mark Hunter, as Tony Stewart is going to start catching up behind us. We're going to take this outside lane to see if we can get any extra speed off the corner. I'm going to try again here, see what happens. as Mark Hunter takes the inside line, as that's kind of allowing Tony Stewart to catch up. So this isn't a great line. We go a little bit too deep into turns 1 and 2, as we're going to have to cut off Tony Stewart so he doesn't buy us. He's going to get down the inside of us now. We're going to have to try to cut him off through turn 2. Turn 2 and 4, actually. Turn 4, not 2 and 4. Going down the inside. Eric Wright now behind us instead of Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart gets passed up as we're going to go down the inside again. Trying to catch up to Mark Hunter. He goes really wide. But Eric Wright sends it even deeper down the inside of us. As we're going to lose plenty of positions from that. Losing second, third, and fourth because of that. But we are going to finish, and I would say we're going to finish in third for stage 2.
That'll get the job done, driver.
That was a great stage because of how much battling we did through that entire stage with Caleb Stevenson and Tony Stewart getting by us on the final lap. But we'll have to see how the next stage goes. As we're going to get into stage 3 now for the restart, starting in the inside of Caleb Stevenson, we're going to have to try really hard to catch up to the 2 cars ahead as we are green for the final stage here in Draven. As we're going to really send it down the inside, trying to get to Mark Hunter. We're going to be side by side making contact with him, but we are going to be able to go a little bit wide, but take the lead here in Draven with 9 laps to go in the race. That's Eric Wright coming almost to our bumper at this point, though. As we're going to try to take this. No, that's Caleb Stevenson, sorry. He's so far inside that I couldn't see him in my mirror. But he's going to go up the track, try to do a switchback. He makes contact with Mark Hunter there in the rear view. And he's going to try to take the outside. We're going to go 3 wide, almost. As we're going to almost make contact with the outside wall. As now we're 4 wide going into turns 3 and 4. And we're going to lose out on plenty of positions as Eric Wright's going to start pulling away with the lead. Now really diving down the inside, trying to get back to second at least. Maybe if we send it enough, we can get to second, but no. First, but there's this caution. And we're going to have to do a late race restart with us starting on the outside of Eric Wright. Throw up a replay of what happened now if I could find it. But that is going to change up things a whole lot. Here in Draven is going to go for hopefully the final restart. Here in Draven, we're going to go 4 laps left in the stage. We're going to take this outside lane to see if we can get speed off the corner like that and get past Eric Wright. We're going to take the outside lane again, get the power down early, and side by side down the front stretch with 3 laps to go. We're going to try to do a switchback on Eric Wright now as Tony Stewart goes down the inside, and he's going to go wide, and so is Eric Wright. We're really going to be almost forced into the wall. We make contact with the wall, and that'll be the end of our chances to win, and maybe even get second place. Mark Hunter goes up the track after we make contact with him. We're going to even more contact with him, seeing what we can do. Going around the outside of Tony Stewart, he goes wide, starting the final lap of the race. We're going to really dive down the inside, trying to get at least to third. But on this final lap, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. We're really going to have to send it to get past Mark Hunter. We're going to really send it and slide it in front of Mark Hunter and finish in third. What a race. That was the most thrilling race of the season, I would say. Late race caution makes everything up. And I don't know what the caution was, but we'll have to see. We had a speed rating of 101, as we're going to have to see how the standings shake up now that we have finished in third with a chance to win. But that does have to change, as we are still in first, only 5 points ahead of Eric Wright, who did win this race. As Mark Hunter had the fastest lap, even though he probably got sent to the back at some point because of contact. He led the most laps, did not win. That'll be an end of the race. We're going to go back to the garage. So, we finished in third, like I said. We gained a lot of, almost over $2,000. Gained 20 fans, up to 252 now. Way surpassing our subscriber count. Subscribe now, as we are going to see where we are racing next week, as we do finish in the top 5, like our contract says too, every single race. We're going to Eldora where I got my first ever win next race. But that'll be it for today's video, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.